As humanity has always looked to the stars, the space race between the United States and the Soviet Union remains one of the most captivating chapters in the history of scientific discovery. In this video, we will explore the origins, achievements, and lasting impacts of this monumental rivalry that helped shape the modern world. In the mid-20th century, the world witnessed one of the most intense and impactful rivalries in history: the space race between the United States and the Soviet Union. This was not just a competition between two superpowers. It was a battle for technological supremacy, ideological dominance, and, ultimately, the future of humanity's presence beyond Earth. The Cold War context provided the backdrop for this race, as both nations aimed to prove their scientific, technological, and military superiority. The Soviet Union struck the first blow in this cosmic contest in 1957, when it launched Sputnik, the first artificial satellite, into orbit. This momentous achievement stunned the world and marked the beginning of the space race. It also highlighted a growing gap between the two global superpowers, pushing America to catch up. In response to Sputnik, the United States intensified its own space exploration efforts. The launch of NASA in 1958 was a critical step, signaling America's commitment to space exploration. Yet, the Soviet Union kept up the pace, and just a few years later, in 1961, Yuri Gagarin made history as the first human to journey into space aboard Vostok 1. Gagarin's mission was a major victory for the Soviets and a significant milestone in human space exploration. The world now saw that space was no longer the realm of fantasy. It was a new frontier for human achievement. However, America was determined to reclaim its place at the forefront of space exploration. In 1961, President John F. Kennedy set a bold goal for the United States: to land a man on the moon and return him safely to Earth before the end of the decade. This ambitious goal culminated in the Apollo 11 mission in 1969, when Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin became the first humans to set foot on the lunar surface. Armstrong's iconic words, "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind," symbolized not just a national victory for the United States, but a triumph for all of humanity. The success of Apollo 11 was a testament to America's resolve, and it marked the climax of the space race. While the United States celebrated its victory, the space race was far from over. The competition had spurred unprecedented advances in technology, from rocket engineering to satellite communication, all of which would go on to transform life on Earth. The space race had ignited a scientific revolution, and it inspired new generations of engineers, scientists, and dreamers to look up and aim higher. It had also made it clear that space exploration was not just a national endeavor. It was a global pursuit, with implications for all of humanity. As the 1970s progressed, the intense rivalry between the US and the Soviet Union began to wane, but the spirit of space exploration continued. In 1972, the US and the USSR agreed to cooperate on the Apollo-Soyuz test project, the first international human spaceflight mission. The collaboration was symbolic, a sign that space exploration had moved beyond national rivalries. The International Space Station, ISS, launched in 1998, further cemented the idea of shared human endeavor in space. Today, both former adversaries cooperate in the pursuit of knowledge and the exploration of space. The legacy of the space race is vast and enduring. The technologies developed during this period not only advanced space exploration, but also paved the way for innovations in fields such as communications, computing, and materials science. Beyond the technological advancements, the space race also represented a cultural shift, changing the way people thought about their place in the universe. It sparked an enduring fascination with space and the possibility of life beyond Earth. As we look to the future, the space race serves as both a historical reflection and a blueprint for what is to come. We are now witnessing the dawn of a new space era, with private companies like SpaceX and Blue Origin pushing the boundaries of space travel. Nations are planning missions to Mars, and humanity's aspirations to establish a presence on other planets are becoming more tangible. The space race may have ended, but the journey to explore the cosmos is only just beginning. The competition of the 20th century gave way to collaboration in the 21st century. And who knows where this journey will take us next? As we push further into the unknown, the spirit of the space race, the drive to explore, to discover, and to push the limits of what is possible, remains as strong as ever.